Hi, welcome to the Keller Farmhouse. My name is Jenny Keller. Today I'm going to show you how to make a naked cake. I've had all kinds of requests for this over social media, so today I'm going to show you how it's done. I've already baked my cakes in layered pans and leveled the tops. I won't bore you with the details. I do have a video a couple months back where I made a carrot cake from scratch and made it a naked cake, so if you want to see kind of the baking tips and tricks, head back to that video. But to make it a little bit shorter today, I'm just going to start with the actual layers already baked, and I've already stacked my lower tier. So this is the 8-inch cake base, and then the top is a 6-inch. One of the tools that will make your life a lot easier is to have a cake leveler. I will link to the one I like best in a email I'm going to send out to my database. So if you aren't subscribed to jennycookies.com, head there now, scroll to the bottom of the page. There is a little box at the bottom of the screen that says stay in the know. Put your email in there and I will send out a recipe for my naked cake and all the tips and tricks and tools that you're going to need to have success. So instead of using a spatula to ice the cake, I like to use a piping bag. It just keeps everything a little bit neater, keeps the crumbs in. And so you're just going to start by giving it a nice layer. I have mine on a turntable. You don't have to have a turntable. I do a lot of cakes, so it's, you know, if it's something that you're interested in doing, I would invest in one. This is another product I will link to. And then on your cakes, you're going to want to use the bottom as your top. So like this one's the middle. So let's use the middle as the middle. And then if you see on the 8-inch, I did 4 layers. I feel like 4 on the top is just a little too much. So I just went with 3. And this is just my buttercream icing. This will also be included if you subscribe. And then you just, after you put each layer in, you want to make sure that it's level and it looks pretty good. The beauty of naked cakes is that they're not perfect. They're not meant to look perfect, so that's a good thing. So the way to get your cake into a 2-tier, this goes for any sort of cake, not just a naked cake, you want to support it. You do not want your cake sinking down into the bottom layer. And the way you do that is with dowels. You can use wood dowels. I prefer using plastic straws. You can get these at any cake decorating store or really any store. You don't even necessarily have to have real cake straws because it's really just a plastic straw. So I'm just going to mark it right here with a little Sharpie without marking my cake. And I'm actually mark them all, or you could just mark one and cut them all to the right length. And you want to cut them right to the surface of your cake. And then these go flying. Try and cut them. And you push them right back down in. And this is going to help support that top tier. So like I said, when I took a cake course, I was taught with wood dowels. It's just a little bit harder to cut the wood, and these are just way easier. I'm a plastic straw girl. So get them in there. It's almost like a dice up here. And you definitely don't put them on the outer edge because you don't want them to show. And then you're going to put a cake board up here. Now with a buttercream frosted cake, it won't even matter about the cake board, like what size it is. So normally you would use like a 6-inch. I took a 6-inch and I cut it even smaller, and I'm going to show you how to hide that cardboard. So that's what's going to hold your cake on. So make sure it is equal distance apart. I kind of am just eyeing it. And then you're going to take your second tier and just pop it on there. And then again, you're going to want to make sure this is looking level. Looks good. And then you are going to take your icing bag, and I'm just going to pipe a tiny bit of icing down into the gap where that cardboard is. And like I said, if this was on a cake turner, it would be a lot easier to turn, but I like to put mine right onto the cake stand So I'm just gonna turn it with my hand. But if you were gonna take this cake somewhere, you definitely wanna put this on a cake board. That way you can easily move it. So you have your naked cake. You could take this one step further and take a scraper and just go all the way around, and it's gonna give it a little bit of a white kind of sheer look through it. I kind of like it just looking natural like this. Now to decorate, you're just gonna grab some flowers, and I honestly just picked these up at the grocery store. There's really no rhyme or reason for what flowers you should use, what types, how many. I just kind of start building on top of my cake. Another thing is you can do one more little layer of icing up here, and I think I might add that very gently to the top, this time with my icing spatula. And then you're just gonna start building with cut flowers. All right, so the cake is just about done. I didn't want to bore you with all the details, but it only takes about 5 minutes to decorate. You just kind of cut and snip and keep adding little pieces here and there until you've built up something pretty. I think I'm just about done. I'm gonna add one more piece and then show you the finished product. Voila! So this is how you make a naked cake. Be sure that you subscribe to jennycookies.com and right down below hit the subscribe button on YouTube. You'll stay in the know anytime we have a new YouTube video. Also, if you have ideas for upcoming videos or questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
I just can't believe